Welcome. In this video, we will be going over the configuration of a password management server integration with ScriptRunner, as well as getting our first set of credentials input to ScriptRunner that are connected with that platform. In today's demonstration, we will be using ScriptRunner in conjunction with Pleasant Password Server. The first step in this process of configuring our ScriptRunner service to understand where our Pleasant Password Server is located is to configure some variables. There is a commandlet called setASRPasswordServerConnector that we will be running. This is the commandlet that will configure our ScriptRunner service to understand where that Pleasant server is located. As you can see, the API that we want to connect to could be one of several different credential management systems. We will be using Pleasant Password Server. We want to let this service know where the host is located that's running the Pleasant server. That is the variable above. The port for which Pleasant server has a default of 10,001. The user parameter will be setting the user account that ScriptRunner will use to connect to your Pleasant server. This should be a standalone, highly encrypted password instead of credentials and not tied to an individual user on your team. The clear password parameter is going to be the clear text password that is associated with this user account in connecting to Pleasant server. This is the only time it will be saved into clear text, as it will be converted to a secure string by the commandlet that we're running. We want to enforce the use of SSL for this communication to be encrypted. We want the status of this connection to be turned on once we run it. And as a quick shortcut, we can restart the ScriptRunner service automatically through this commandlet instead of waiting and having to run a separate commandlet for that service restart. These credentials will only be set upon the time that this service is restarted. With our commandlet for this connector configured, let's run it. From the results of our commandlet running, we can see that the service connector is going to be turned on, that it successfully configured itself for that endpoint, and that we did in fact stop and restart the ScriptRunner service. If we wish to confirm that this connector is live, we can run the following command. By running this command, we can determine the connections that are in place between ScriptRunner and any password management servers. With the result of this commandlet, we can see that the status of active is set to true, which is what we want to see. The use SSL is also set to true. This confirms that all of our transmissions between these two endpoints will be encrypted. Likewise, this gives us the chance to double check our DNS hostname to ensure that this is correct. With our password connector now live, let's attempt to add a credential from our password management server into ScriptRunner. We will go to the Credentials menu and then hit Create. For the credentials properties, we do want to have a display name signifying what we're doing here. For the Pleasant Password Server configuration, you will need the ID of the password that you want to retrieve. Let's go over to our password server and see how you can retrieve that information. This is the password and set of credentials I want to bring into ScriptRunner into that new credential object we created just a moment ago. To retrieve the item ID from Pleasant Server, click on the object that you are looking at. In the direct link section of your menu for the set of credentials, you can see the URL does have an item ID equals, and then there is a unique identifier on this server for that set of credentials. We will copy and paste this and place that into ScriptRunner. With that item ID copied, here we will place that into ScriptRunner. With the item ID in place, it is always a good idea to tag all items that you create in ScriptRunner. So I'm going to tag this one as a Pleasant tag and hit OK. I hope that this has been an informative video on how you can get ScriptRunner to communicate with your Pleasant Password Server. No longer will you need just a Windows Store credential. You can instead use an automatically rotated object from a password management source. Thank you for watching.